Hi, I'm Roger Hallam from King's College London, PhD student. I'm doing my third video, I think, about the campaign to get King's College to divest from all fossil fuels. As some of you may know, I'm on a hunger strike. I'm on day 14 today. We're hoping to go into negotiations at 5 p.m. this afternoon and come up with a solution which will be acceptable to us. This is after an 8-week campaign which has involved me getting arrested twice, getting a £500 fine, being suspended from the university, being reinstated into the university, and being suspended again. In addition, students have been threatened with criminal damage, threatened with suspension, banned from coming onto the campus. So it's been quite a campaign, and hopefully this afternoon reason will prevail and we'll get a solid agreement on a date to divest from all fossil fuels by this college. And I just want to say a few things about why I'm on hunger strike, why we've done this campaign, and why everyone needs to act on climate change. The main thing we're trying to communicate, I guess, is that climate change is not some distant, peripheral thing that's going to be happening in 100 years' time. It's not something about fluffy polar bears, and it's not something that's just going to happen to poor people in the global south. It's something that's real, it's happening, and it's getting worse at an increasing rate. Now, my understanding of universities is that they exist to tell society what's going on without fear or favour. They're supposed to give it straight. Now, this hasn't been happening, as I'm sure many of you are aware, but I want to try and summarise in the next few minutes exactly what the situation is, because unlike many academics at universities, I don't consider myself to be bought. I don't work for anyone, and I'm not funded by anyone, and this is one of the reasons why I've taken this action. There's a killer fact, basically, that everyone needs to know. It's a bit like Hitler killing 6 million Jews. Once you know that, you really don't need to know that much more about Hitler. You know he's a bad guy. So climate change is one killer fact. And that killer fact is that the Arctic is 3/4 melted. And it's going to be completely melted in the summer around 2020. Could well be before that, but it's almost certain to be melted within a few years of 2020. Now, this might not sound that interesting, but in actual fact it's a total and utter disaster. It means the world's weather systems are rapidly going to increase in chaoticness. It's already bad enough for millions of farmers around the world, and if you see my previous videos, you know I'm an organic farmer as well, and I've had direct experience of what extreme weather looks like. Again, you might not care that much about farmers, but I suggest you do need to care about the food that you eat and how much of it there is, because it's going to lead to massive food shortages. There's also going to be an exponential increase in sea level rise and storms. The Greenland ice cap at the moment is melting 600% faster than the models a few years ago predicted. Incidentally, the models also predicted that the Arctic would be melted around 2100. They've got that wrong by 80 years. This is because the main story that's told about climate change is based upon things happening slowly. They don't take into account feedback mechanisms, which mean that things speed up faster and faster, a bit like a ball rolling down a hill. So you thought something might be happening in decades' time, and suddenly, all of a sudden, it's starting to happen now. So our main message of our campaign is in the title, King's College Climate Emergency. What we're looking at here is an objective, scientifically robust emergency for everyone in the world, and we need to act. I don't know if you're aware, but there hasn't been a hunger strike at a British university for quite a long time. I don't know how long, but it'd be a good guess it's been quite a few decades. So you might want to ask yourself why someone's on hunger strike and why students have put their futures on the line to make this point. It's because the situation is totally serious. In a way, we're like the canary in the coal mine, with a little rumble of thunder before the real show happens. So we have a choice. If you've got any hope at all of not destroying the world for the next generation, we have to start acting. And there's lots of campaigns that we need to get involved in, and we need to start winning them. So as you may probably aware, there's divestment campaigns in every city and many institutions in Britain to get those institutions and cities to divest from the oil industry. There's a whole array of fracking campaigns to stop fossil fuels being extracted from the ground in Britain. And as you might know, some people have this great idea of expanding Heathrow, which is probably the most catastrophically stupid idea in Britain at the moment. So I would urge anyone watching this video to get active and start making your voice heard, because every month and year that goes by, this crisis is going to get worse and worse. And if we don't get active, at some point we're going to be very much regretting that we didn't. So I'd like to end this video by thanking all the people that have given me support during my 14-day hunger strike. It's been fabulous. Thank you very much. I'm very much hoping, dare I say it, to finish today. I've been sick, nauseous, and feeling generally shit for about 5 days now. I'd also like to thank Isabel and Claire, who've been looking after my kids, and all the people that have been supporting me on that front. And lastly, I'd like to thank the security staff at King's College, who've been totally great, and the cleaners here, and all the other staff that keep this university on the go and don't get the acknowledgement or respect that they deserve. So thanks guys, and I very much hope that this message will be taken on by the people watching this video, and we can start winning campaigns like King's College Climate Emergency will hopefully win its campaign this afternoon. Thanks so much. Bye.